Hey guys, Michael Kummer here. In today's video I want to tell you what I've done to remove that black slime that we have had under faucets and the shower head and in the toilet bowl. And I'm sure you've seen it in your house as well. That black nasty slime that keeps dripping out and hanging out, and it's just awful. And many people wonder, what is it? Is it healthy? Is there an issue if I drink that water from that faucet that has that nasty stuff? So in this video I'm going to tell you what it is, why that forms, if it's healthy or not, and what you can do to get rid of it. I'm also going to tell you some of the steps that I've taken that were unsuccessful, that don't work. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel and you click on the little alert button so you get notified when I publish more videos like this. I also want to point out that I have an in-depth blog post that talks about exactly that issue that I keep updating from time to time. So check that out. I'm going to link it down below in the description because it has even more information than what I could cover in this video today. All right, so ever since we moved to the US, we've noticed that there is black gunk or black slime on the aerators of our faucets. And there were, black stains in our toilet bowls, and the shower head was getting nasty. And basically what we've done is we just, cleaned it off frequently. But it kept coming back. That black stuff kept coming back, and I wasn't sure what it was. And I'm like, it's gotta be something in the water or in the pipes, or something is causing this. And more importantly, is it an issue if I drink water that comes out of that faucet that has all of that black stuff on there? So I did a lot of research and it was almost impossible. It took me forever to figure out what it is. And I finally concluded that it's a combination of manganese and iron bacteria, or bacteria that feeds on manganese and iron that causes that black gunk. And so what I've done is I called our local water authority and asked them about it, and they said they've never heard about this issue before. And for me that sounded strange, because everyone I talked to, everyone had that same problem, and yet the water authority knew nothing about it. So I had them come out, test the water, and let me know what's in that water that causes that issue. And they came out, did all the tests, and they said, well, there is nothing wrong with the water. They can't tell what it is, but it probably the main line has to be flushed. That was one of the recommendations, and one of the things that I can tell you already doesn't work. So they came out, flushed the main line, nothing changed. Then they recommended, well, just clean more often. So, we used, bathroom cleaners and all to clean that stuff every so often, and it would just come back. There was no permanent solution to the problem. And then I also found out that manganese is not something that our water authority would even test here in Georgia. And because there is no federal standard that determines how much manganese can and should be in the water. And that's why it also didn't show up on any of the water reports, the annual water reports that we get from the county. But once I knew that it was manganese and a mineral at the end of the day, then I knew it can certainly be filtered. So we installed an under the sink reverse osmosis water filtration system. And lo and behold, on that faucet, on the RO faucet, there was no black stuff building up anymore. So I'm like, okay, an RO system can filter it out. The problem with RO systems is that you really don't want to drink water that is so clean, that's void of any minerals and trace minerals, because when you do, then that water leaches some of those minerals that it needs to balance itself out, basically, from your body and the food that you eat. So it's not a great idea to drink RO filtered water over years and years. That's number one. Number two is maybe even a greater problem, if you want to get rid of that black stuff in your house, is that under the sink water filtration system only works for that one faucet. Everywhere else you're still going to have that stuff. And so we figured, well, we need some sort of whole house filtration system. And so we looked into different options, and one that was recommended was a water softener, because that's kind of a filter that changes the composition of the water to make it, well, softer, less hard, removing some of those minerals, right? But that didn't really change or fix the problem either. And it introduces a whole another set of issues. The water gets like soapy and odd, and I don't want to have that in the shower. So we ended up finding a whole house filtration system, not a softener, that removes manganese, that removes some of the minerals, but not all of them. And ultimately, we actually ended up with a with two systems, a whole house system from Radiant Life and an under the sink RO filtration system that remineralizes the water. And since we've done that, we've had no more black gunk in any of our, anywhere basically where water comes out of the either a faucet, a shower head, or the toilet bowl. So everything is clean with the combination of, well, it's really the whole house filtration system that takes care of everything. The RO system we just have to get the water even cleaner and then to remineralize it, so we actually drink water that's as close to natural water as possible. But it was really the whole house filtration system that took care of the problem. And we've had, you know, issues in an apartment, in a house before, and then finally when we moved, we decided to invest in that system. And now we not only have water that's free of chlorine and all of those chemicals that either the water authority puts in or that they don't check for, like birth control hormones and stuff. All of that stuff I don't want to have in my water. Neither the water that, you know, is exposed to my skin or that, you know, that goes on my skin when I take a shower, nor the water that I want to drink. So the combination of that ultimately fixed the problem. Nothing else that we have tried, including flushing the main line, cleaning more often. What else did we do? Replacing pipes. You know, it's not the PVC, it's not the copper, it's not anything, any piping material. It's the manganese bacteria or the manganese mineral and the iron minerals in the water that certain bacteria feed on and then produce that slime as a result. Now the good news is I've not seen any studies that suggest that that slime is harmful to your health, but I don't want to take any risk, and obviously it looks nasty and it smells nasty and it feels nasty, so I'd rather not have that at all. But if you want to get rid of it once and for all, install a whole house filtration system. I can recommend the one from Radiant Life. I'm going to link it down below. Combine it maybe even with an RO system that remineralizes the water so you have perfectly clear and clean drinking water. I'm going to link it down below as well. With that, we've ultimately fixed it. Nothing else has worked. I hope if you have that issue and you found this video, here is a solution for you. Try it out. Let me know how it works for you. It certainly has worked for us. Again, check out my blog post for more information. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll answer as soon as I can.